So why do you need my driver's license?
We're waiting for a supervisor, okay?
I understand. Why do you need my driver's license, though? Why?
Yourself, like who you are.
Why do you need to identify me?
Sir, you're on airport property.
That has nothing to do with anything. I'm parked. I was parked when you guys came up to me.
Yeah.
You didn't pull me over. I was parked.
I see that you're recording.
Of course I am, because you guys are asking me for my insurance, driver's license, and everything. For what reason?
You have the authority to do.
Says who?
Says the Highway Traffic Act.
You have. Why do you have to have that for no reason? You don't even have a reason. What did I do? What did I break a law?
We have the right to ask anyone for their insurance.
Well, I don't mind giving it to you, but I don't like the fact that you just come up and you want my driver's license, insurance, and for no reason. Because I was parked. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything illegal. There was nothing.
Then what's the problem?
That's what I'm saying. Then what's the problem? Why would you ask me for that stuff?
Because we have the authority to do so.
What? That's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
We got a call for
it.
suspicious vehicle out abandoned at an airport. Okay?
Oh, so you think there's something wrong with the vehicle?
I'm telling you why you're being stopped. Why we're here.
I wasn't stopped. I wasn't stopped. You just said why I'm being stopped.
Why you're being detained right now, because technically you're being detained.
I'm detained?
Any traffic stop is a detention.
Okay, so I'm detained.
That's semantics.
No, I would, now you let me know that I'm detained. So, anyways, when your supervisor comes out, then we can go further with that. I just, didn't do anything wrong. I dropped my family off at the airport. I got a $75 ticket, which sucks.
Every encounter starts the same. A quiet moment that suddenly turns tense that a man sits parked near the airport after dropping off his family. Within seconds, flashing lights, uniforms, and demands for ID turn a simple goodbye into a confrontation over rights and authority. What begins as a question, why do you need my driver's license? Soon becomes a masterclass in calm resistance and legal awareness. The officer insists he's required to hand over his license under the Highway Traffic Act, yet fails to explain why. The driver presses politely but firmly, asking the question that rattles so many officers, what law have I broken? The tension builds as the cop admits they had a call about a suspicious vehicle. But here's the twist, the car isn't suspicious, it's parked. The driver realizes something key. He's not stopped for a crime, he's being detained without cause. Calmly, he acknowledges it. Okay, so I'm detained.
Because I have 3 kids and 1 wife and 7 luggages and 3 knapsacks to take in
There's
there.
always an option to park your vehicle.
No, there isn't, because there was the parking. I was going to do that, and the parking only goes to here. Right? This is too high for the parking. I was gonna pay the $14 or $20 to park it, and then go and be able to say goodbye to my family, but I couldn't even go in there, right? So I know you can say that, but it wasn't even an option for me. So, anyways, I'm not filming you to be a dick. I'm just filming you because I want to know that I'm not going to be violated here. Perfect.
The driver's tone remains firm but respectful as he explains his situation, dropping off his family, struggling with limited parking, and getting a $75 ticket for simply unloading luggage. The officers, unable to justify their intrusion, keep repeating the same phrase, "We have authority." But this part exposes a truth every viewer should notice. Authority means nothing without reason. He dismantles their claim logically. No crime, no stop, no cause. Yet they still insist on his license. His calm defiance is surgical. While the officers rely on authority, he relies on facts. And in that contrast, you can see who's really in control of this encounter.
Oh. How are you doing today?
Sir, how are you?
Good.
I'm fine.
I asked for you
Yep, no problem.
because I was parked here.
Yep.
I got a ticket back there because I was bringing my family in with all their luggage.
Okay.
I couldn't park in the underground because
Right.
this thing's too
Yep.
high.
Yep.
Then, after getting the ticket, I moved up here and stopped, and then these two came and then asked me for driver's license, insurance, and registration. And I don't see why, because I'm just parked. I wasn't even in motion.
Okay.
So I mean, that's why I requested you, because I've done nothing wrong, broke no law,
right.
and then somebody's asking me for that.
Okay, well, you are on private property, right? This airport belongs to airport property,
This is public.
but this is assigned to the airport over here, right?
It's still
And we
public,
okay.
right? This is
I'm-
public, right?
No, this is private. This is all private. As soon as you come
I know it's private, but this is
Nope.
how the public gets in.
No,
It's
and if you
public
want,
access.
we can call a public safety officer to come and tell you that. They're GTAA employees,
I'm just saying it is public access.
but it's private property,
Oh,
right?
That's fine, yeah.
So that's why these officers are asking you for your driver's license, ownership, insurance.
On private
You left-
property.
You left your vehicle unattended, right? That's what the call
It was
service
parked with the four ways on.
But unattended. Were you inside the vehicle?
No, I
So it was unattended.
went in there.
Yeah, so it's unattended. You left it unattended.
Yeah, and it was parked with the four ways on.
Doesn't matter.
There's
you
no
can,
reason
there's-
for that.
You can't park here with four ways on and leave your vehicle unattended.
Well, I
Yep.
got a ticket for it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
It
which
was
is
already
fine.
dealt with, and that's why I'm saying why is it carrying on? Why does it have to carry on after it's already dealt with?
But then you moved up a little bit and then you left your vehicle unattended again.
No, I didn't. No,
Okay,
I didn't.
So you just moved it up.
I just moved it up.
Okay, and is there a reason why you're still here?
My family's still inside. I haven't even said goodbye to my family. They're checking in, right?
So if you want to...
Finally, the sergeant arrives. Her tone is calm but calculated. She tries to reframe the issue, calling it private property under airport control. The driver challenges that immediately. It's still public access. This part captures the most important exchange of the entire encounter, the definition of public versus private authority. She admits, yes, the area is public access, but still insists it's private property. That contradiction exposes the gray zone officers often use to blur the limits of their power. And through it all, the driver doesn't lose his cool. He listens, he questions, and he holds the line. The power dynamic quietly shifts in his favor.
Park your vehicle. You can't park your vehicle here and leave it unattended. If you leave it here
I'm not
unattended...
leaving it attended.
Okay, so now, since they're inside, if you want to say goodbye to them, I know you can't park there. You have to park at the Tim Hortons, and you have to walk over this way.
But I'm not going in there to say goodbye. They're coming out to say
You
goodbye.
can't wait here. So it's either you're going to keep circling around.
That's fine with me.
repeatedly, right?
I don't mind circling
so
around.
You keep
I just
circling around.
like-
Like if you leave it unattended, then we're going to tow it.
yeah,
right?
no,
Whether
that's
you-
fine.
whether you're standing-
No, I understand that from
Yeah.
the lady, right?
So even if you're standing curbside, right,
Yeah.
and this vehicle's unattended, we're going to tow it, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been asked to leave, you got a ticket already. Next
I
option
wasn't
is-
asked to leave. I just got a ticket.
Okay, well now I'm going
Right,
to ask you to leave. I understand you're waiting for someone, but they're not here right now. You're standing outside here.
Yeah, they're
so circle
checking
back
in.
around, no problem. But the second you leave this unattended, if
They're
security
right
calls
there,
us,
by the way,
Yeah, so
so-
if security calls and leaves it unattended, it's going to get towed. So if you don't want your vehicle being towed and you're not going to leave it unattended, I would suggest leaving it at the Tim Hortons at Jetliner and Airport
Yep.
Road, and you can either walk this way or take a cab here, and then the cab can take you back to your ambulance.
They're literally going to their flight. They're going to come and say goodbye and then go to their flight.
Yeah.
Now they're going the opposite way because you guys are here.
So wherever they're going, if they're checking
They're coming
in,
out that door.
Yeah.
They tried to get it out.
I guess that's why. But yeah, like I said, that was the whole thing I'm here for.
And just to let you know, we do have authority to ID you, okay?
I
So you can-
I think if you pull me over for a traffic stop, yes. But if you don't pull me over for a traffic stop, you don't. Is that not correct?
well,
am I wrong?
You're still on private property.
No, but am I
that's
wrong?
That's where our powers come into place when you're on private property. Right?
But,
and now
again,
we're agents of the
yes.
property. That's where we come into play. Okay, traffic stop. Yeah, no matter what, you have to ID yourself during a traffic.
Of course,
traffic
but
stop,
it's not a
right?
traffic stop.
But right now you're on private property. So if you were asked for your ID, you're gonna have to provide your ID. Okay.
So you're paid by the airport?
GTAA. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you want to say bye to your family, and then
I
you can
do.
get going. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
By the end, the sergeant realizes there's no crime, no threat, no cause. The driver has outlasted the pressure, and won through calm confidence. The officers back down, offering a final warning about parking. But it's clear, the citizen stood his ground, lawfully and respectfully. This is the power of awareness. The driver never raised his voice, He simply knew the limits of police authority. And that's what made the difference. He exposed the weakness behind the badge when the badge is used without justification, and as the officers retreat, we're left with one clear message. Knowledge is the real power in any encounter. And that's exactly why we do what we do. Because every calm conversation caught on camera protects not just one person, but every citizen who'll face the same situation tomorrow. If you believe in accountability and transparency, hit that like button, drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep those cameras rolling, stay calm, and always know your rights.